In this video, we will go over some of GraderFinder's shortcomings and future plans.
The most prominent feature we were unable to add to GraderFinder is LTI support for the application that would allow it to be integrated into Canvas LMS as an external application. Our team spent much time researching how to do this, and progress was made, but unfortunately, as we reached out the date of the presentation, we realized that it would not be possible to implement this with the given time, and decided to focus the rest of our time on improving existing features. Several factors led to the inability to implement this. The first issue that we ran into was the fact that Canvas uses a new version of the LTI Ruby gem that most online resources use, and both these versions are different in their functionality. Since GraderFinder is based on Canvas, it is also dependent on the newer version of this gem. At first, we were able to downgrade the gem without much problem and begin work on the implementation of this functionality. During this part of development, we faced difficulty getting around Canvas permission system, which GraderFinder shares, to allow an external user to submit their assignments onto GraderFinder from Canvas, as users ordinarily have to be logging and enrolling a course to do this. Creating a new user from Canvas LMS in GraderFinder was something which we never were able to do. The final blow to implementing this part of the project was that when going through the installation process, we realized that downgrading the LTI gem caused an error in database initialization. The proximity of this event to the presentation led us to abandon the feature.
GraderFinder needs a more streamlined design. Since GraderFinder is based off Canvas, it shares all the functionalities of Canvas. Many of these functionalities are irrelevant to GraderFinder, and their visible presence can be confusing to users. In the future, GraderFinder should have these features removed in order to focus its design and give users a more streamlined experience. The first step should be to remove access to these functions from users, and then when it is certain that they will not be needed for any of GraderFinder's current or future functionality, remove them from the code in order to remove any unnecessary bloat from the program. However, this might prove to be difficult as any unnoticed dependencies within Canvas's many lines of code may be violated. Ultimately, future teams might simply hide access to unnecessary pages and leave the functions untouched. GraderFinder also needs to lock the grader to the assignment they have applied to grade. Since graders are enrolled as TAs in the courses they are grading, they have access to all the features that a TA has access to in Canvas, even if they are unnecessary. A grader's view of their assignment should be streamlined, and access to assignments that they are not able to grade should be removed.
Canvas has a very large code base which we had to add our own code to. Many of the functions are abstract and need to be traced over many files. Sometimes tracing these files leads to a function from an external library of which Canvas uses many. Due to time constraints, some of our code does not follow the same form as Canvas's, and roundabout ways were sometimes used to get around Canvas's permissions or to display a page in a certain location. In order to increase cohesiveness and to have a cleaner code design, future teams might want to add the code that we have written so that it fits more naturally into Canvas's code base.